right, so I'm going to be talking, my name is Paula Grazer. I'm going to be talking a little bit about texting. Okay, I know for some of us, texting's like not an issue. For others, you know, it's new, or it's something we don't utilize a lot. Or maybe we're very mean to ourselves and we're like, I don't want to be the pushy Mary Kay lady. Oh, I started. But I'm just going to be why texting is important. So one thing I want you guys to totally take out of your head is don't assume. Because with texting, you're not bothering them. They don't have to look at it. You know? So just don't assume. Just take that off the table right now. But the reason texting is important is because of telemarketers. Do you answer a phone number you don't recognize? Now, but the one thing I'm going to emphasize, this is a layer. So they still need to hear your cute little voice and how excited you are. So, you know, please don't think this is going to be your only means of communication. But it's just a layer, and you still want to call them. They want to hear your voice. So it's just, you know, layering it because, you know, we're all busy. You're busy, they're busy. And then this just reminds, because if you get a phone call, how easy is it to forget? But I don't know about you guys, but I go through and I delete texts. So when they're going to delete it, they'll be like, oh wait, I won that from that lady, or oh, I gotta call this back, or oh my God, I gotta do this. So it's just a reminder. So on here, you guys have the handout of different texts. So maybe they don't all apply to you. So but we just wanted to make sure we covered a lot of bases. So I like to use text to confirm appointment. So I'm like, hi, this is Paula. I just wanted to make sure you got the cute invitations I sent you in the mail. You know, it doesn't mean I'm not going to leave her a voicemail. And then once you've got a hold of her, you want to make sure, sometimes those appointments are a week. They might not be for that day, or maybe they're 2 weeks out. So this is a way to keep her excited. So on the other ones, you're like connecting and trying to build a relationship. You're finding a little bit about her skin. And then when, you know, she texts you back, have her send that, because we all copy and paste. Because now you're going to figure out how many women are actually coming, how many aren't. But it's also reminding her guests, so that's the text below. Some of us do tables, some of us don't. But I like this little text with the tables because, you know, it's just trying to form a relationship with her. And then when I'm doing appointments, you know, sometimes, does anyone have a hard time getting phone numbers from people? Okay, so I just reaffirm them. That I go, I'm not the stocky Mary Kay lady. I go, I have 4 little kids. I have another job, an emergency room nurse. I don't have time to stalk anybody. You know, so when I'm sitting with them, I'm like, I ask them, did you have fun? You know, did you feel pushed? The biggest compliment you can give me is to share me with your friends. I go, I'm going to text them once, I'm going to call them once. You know, and it's okay. Sometimes in a text, I'll even say, the last thing I want to do is bother you. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume you're not interested. But don't assume. That's why I like the little text. But sometimes, you know, they still might be a little hesitant. So I send them a text. They can just copy and paste. Anything to make it easier for them. So on here, there's just some simple examples. So on the bottom, on the back is the one that, you know, she can send out to her friends. Or if I have a confirmed appointment, some women, that word party scares them. You know, because they think, oh, I have to have all this food. I have to have my house clean. I have to have all these drinks. So most of the time, I'll just book them first. And then I'm like, awesome, here, I'm going to send you a quick little text so you can invite a friend or two. Doesn't that sound a little bit easier? So the easier we can make it for them, for, you know, your potential customers, your potential hostess, the better. So that's why I like text. And there's a bunch of different apps. I'm not going to go through like all the apps with you guys because like I don't have an Apple. But I'm sure, you know, if you don't have teenagers, like I don't have teenagers yet, but I have a wonderful 19-year-old niece. You know, you have a lot of resources that you guys don't even realize you can tap into. Or you have the, you know, cute little neighbor kids that live next to you that are in high school. Or, you know, so I mean, reach out. But there's some cute little apps. I pick Donna's brain on this all the time. I'm like, Donna, what do you do? Help me. See, you too can be a Mary Kay director. It's okay. Like, but don't. The biggest thing is don't feel like you have to know everything. The best way to learn what works for you is to figure out what doesn't. And I think that's where a lot of us like kind of freeze. Okay? Any quick questions? I know she said questions at the end. But, you know, if you got your questions, write them down because I'll forget them.
Hey.